Alright guys, I got a 2009 Toyota Sienna up in the air here. And look at these rotors here. Terrible condition right here. Alright, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to change brakes and rotors. If you have a Toyota Camry, Corolla, Sienna, any other Toyota guys, similar procedure, alright? So all you gotta do is, if you leave the key in the ignition, you can take this and you can turn it a little bit, alright? Once you have that done, you're gonna need number 14 wrench ratchet. Alright, this is number 14 here. Alright, right back over here, you have number 14. Make sure you remove it and have it on the off position. Alright, it will come out very simple. And this car's been sitting around. As you can see, there's spider web all over. That's why this rotor is rusted. Rotor will rust over time if the car just sits. Alright, once you have that off, that one bolt, what you're gonna need next is a flathead screwdriver or a pry bar such as this. Alright, all you do is you put this down below here or here and you just yank this guy off. Right, you do not need to remove the upper bolt. Just make sure this cable is not being stretched if you have a different car. Not sure about the Corolla and Camry, but just if that's the case, remove this bolt also. As you can see, this is it has enough play there. All right, and we're gonna take out the brake pads just like so. All right guys, there we have it. And next step is for us, make sure this pins are free like this one is. Next step is, it has two bolts in the back here, which we might not see, but right in the back there's two bolts. All right, one is here 17 and the other one is 17 there. They're really tight, so you need something big with leverage, or impact gun would work. All right, so if you have an impact gun, guys, take your impact gun with the 17 millimeter, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna smack this bolt here, and then you're gonna smack this bolt here. Alright, and after that, once you have that, your bracket for the caliper is gonna be loose just like so. Let me put this on the floor. Alright, and look at the rotor, it came on its own. Sometimes it won't come off. You could tap it right here with the hammer, just hit it right here a couple of times, or just manage to get it off somehow, some way. And that's it guys, the rotor comes off. And I'm gonna go get a couple of things to clean this and we'll check this together. Alright guys, so all this dirt and debris, make sure you use a wire brush and clean all this off, right on the hub, especially where the rotor is gonna sit. If there's rust, corrosion, it will not sit properly and you will have pulsation in the brake pedal. Alright, and this car looks in pretty good condition. It's just been sitting for too long. Alright, and even though rotors looked in terrible condition, not so bad compared to what I deal with some of the cars that are not rusted. Some people, they just don't change their brakes for a long time, and then everything is just destroyed. Alright, this car looks in pretty good condition. Alright, but there we have it guys. If you need, put some lube over here. So all you do is you take some grease and you can just go around this hub. Alright, very simple. You might not be able to see it, but as you can see what I'm doing here on the hub, this is where the rotor is going to sit. Alright, and let me go get a rag. Next step I'm going to show you is we're going to clean out the pins. Alright, so I got me a little rag here guys. So clean off the pins here, because we're going to put fresh grease on it. Alright, there we have it. And the one over here, what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna pull this off, and I'm gonna put the bracket down, and there's our little guy. Looks in good condition compared to all these. Some cars, these are totally jammed. If they're jammed, time for you to replace the caliper. Right, this looks pretty good. All right guys, so what I'm gonna do next is you need to put some brake grease or your high temperature grease. All right, I have it in this little guy here, so not too much, just fairly enough, and you don't want to soak this whole thing up with too much of grease. Put both of the grease on both of the pins. All right, and there we have it guys. This is greased up, And you can put your pin back into the caliper. All right, and make sure your rubber boot goes in. All right, and make sure this is free place. All right, and there we have it, guys. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go get the rotor. All right, make sure you clean the rotor surface with the parts cleaner. I'm not gonna be showing that on the video, but do that cleaning on it, and I'll show you once it's cleaner before I put the rotor on. All right, guys, got my rotor here. I cleaned the surface here, front and back. All right, make sure you clean it, because they do pour oil on it so it doesn't rust while it's in stock inside the store. All right, use a lug nut like I'm doing right here to hold this caliper in place. All right, I mean the rotor in place. All right, next step is I'm gonna go get my brake pad hardware kit. My brakes did come with a new hardware kit, so that's this little guy right here and the little guy right there. All right, so let me go grab that. All right, before I do that, guys, remove this hardware kit right here. All right, just like you just tap it and it should come right off. All right, and make sure, I'm gonna go get a file, guys. All right, I like to use a file because a file eats all the dirt and it cleans off the rust and everything inside this, where the hardware kit will sit. All right, that just grooves it up a little bit, because sometimes it's a big areas of rust that you cannot remove. All right, that will not want to come off. You can use a wire brush, clean this off. Same thing here, very simple. All right, guys, so this is nice and clean, guys. Let me go get my hardware kit and the brake pads, and I'll show you that, and we'll put that on. All right, guys, got my brake pads here. I'm using Monroe's. The part number is CX906 Apple. All right, like Apple. 09 Toyota Sienna. This is what you're gonna use if you have an 09 Sienna. Comes with the hardware kit. All right, let me pop this open. All right, inside this hardware kit you have a little small little pieces also. I'm gonna show you that in a little bit, but pull out 2 of these, and what we're gonna do is simply take these. You're gonna put one here, and all you gotta do is align it, and you just push it in, and it sits evenly. All right, these are made to sit in a perfect spot. All right, sometimes you need to tap it. This one's a little off. All right, there you go, perfect. Clips right in, guys. All right, you can even tap it a little bit if you need to. Just tap it down a little bit. All right, and next, take the other side, do the same thing. They only go one way, so you can't go wrong. You cannot install it the wrong way. It just won't fit. All right, got that in, and I got this one in. All right, perfect. This little guy in the middle is disturbing me, so I might have to tap it a little bit to that side and push this guy in. All right, guys, I'm gonna fix that up, but once you have it on, we'll put this on next. All right, guys, get the hardware kit installed, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move my light a little bit this way. I'm gonna bring my camera over this way, and what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take this bracket, put it in its proper spot, and all we need to do is catch some threads, and then we can just simply tighten that. Make sure you do catch the threads first and then tighten. All right, guys, I'm gonna torque this, and then I will come back and we will continue with the brake pads, and we will compress the piston on the caliper, and we'll take it from there. All right. All right, guys, I got this tight and I got this tight. All right, both of these 17 millimeters are tight. All right. Next step, inside this package, you're gonna have a small little brake rear indicator sensors such as this. All right, let me see how many it got. So it got 2, 3, and then it should be one more in there, 4, right? So there I have it, all 4 right there in my hand. And these 2 are for the opposite side, which you're not gonna see me do the opposite side, but same procedure, guys, for this side and the opposite side. All right, remove the package, get the brake pads out. All right, so these are the brake pads. They're gonna sit just like that. And if you're wondering where do these goes, these are gonna go on the top, right, on this car. The reason why they're gonna go on the top is because when this car go to reverse, it's gonna scrape against this, and when the brake pad is finished, it will reach and it will hit the sensor, it will hit the rotor and cause a noise, squealing noise, which is called the brake rear indicator sound. And it's gonna do this when it goes on reverse, all right, when the car goes backing up. All right, and after that, you're simply gonna get these brake pads in. Let me move my light over so I can get a good angle. Hey guys, couldn't move the light over, but here it goes, all right, because that side I was not able to see. But put both of these brake pads in. Oh, I'm gonna have to pick up that brake pad. Make sure your brake pad's going easily like that. You should not have to hit it or hammer it, all right? Let me pick up this brake pad. And let me go underneath the car so I can get a better view. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this brake pad in, and it should go in fairly easy. If it doesn't, then either I'm doing something wrong or I need to file that brake pad a little bit. But I'm not getting a good angle because the camera's on the way. Let me move the camera. Once I have it on, I'll show you. All right, guys, I got my brake pads in, nice and smooth. They should not be hard, all right? They should be free playing in there. And next, what I'm gonna do is, I do need to get a compressed tool. If you have a C-clamp or a tool such as this, take your old brake pad, put it, my brake pads just keep flying today. All right, put brake pad right there, the old one. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna compress this piston here. And push in this caliper here. And after that, we're pretty much done here, guys. What we're gonna do is, let me just take off the little leaves and spider web here. We're gonna take this caliper, make sure your wire, this brake line here is not twisted or in any type of angle. Make sure this is nice and smooth, and the caliper should just go in smoothly, all right? This line should not be like twisted. If that's the case, you're gonna have a brake spongy pedal, and it's gonna lock up the caliper. All right, guys, after that, take your number 14 bolt right here, and you're gonna simply just tighten the little guy, all right? All right, and make sure you tighten it to good spec. And if you have good hands, just tighten it, whatever you think is best for you, all right? And that's it, guys. We're done. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And there we have brake pads installed on a 2009 Toyota Sienna. If you have a Camry, Corolla, any of the year, same procedure, guys. All right, any Toyota, most of them are same procedure, long as you don't have the Brembo calipers or the TRD calipers. All right, so that's it, guys. Thank you and bye-bye.